Even though there are always court cases, progress is still being made. Recent news reports say that Ripple always wins in court. I want to talk about this problem in this video. The Ripple case is just one big event that will have a big effect on XRP in the future. A few months ago, the Forward team said they thought Ripple would be sued a lot, but that most of these claims would be thrown out because Judge Torres had said that XRP was not a security and only back up Judge Torres' choice. So this is what we saw, folks. This is very important for the growth of XRP. I'd also like to show you a conversation from before. I believe that the interview was just shared by someone. Brad, please let me know that this hasn't been seen by many people. In a recent House interview, Garling talked about a number of important institutional partnerships. You should not miss these people. We haven't met them. Once more, thank you so much for your help. Thank you to everyone who became a subscriber and watched the movies on this page. These two things are important. Let's get started, and I really hope you enjoy what you read. I'm really excited that lending and borrowing methods have been added to the XRP Ledger team, because they will add native DeFi to the community and give you ways to make money with your XRP. To start this video, I wanted to quickly bring this exciting event to your attention. I'm really excited about this something. To me, this is something that the XRP Ledger has been missing. It also shows how strong XRP is getting for both of us every day. I think that a lot of people forget about this fact. Just by itself, XRP is a product that lowers prices. The price is not going up. Even better, XRP is constantly getting stronger, which means it is also very valuable. Ladies and gentlemen, is this what we're seeing? This is a big step toward making the XRP Ledger a better banking system in the future. It will now work better with many DeFi features that it didn't have before. Institutions haven't joined DeFi yet. The XRP Ledger is getting ready to be the most important chain for big DeFi. When you mix features like lending and borrowing with others like decentralized identity, you'll see a way for institutions to eventually make a big move into the cryptocurrency space, people. It's great to see that Ripple has a board of directors with experience bringing on board large institutions. The company's fast and efficient XRP Ledger technology works perfectly with these skills to let institutions fully use features like lending and borrowing while still following the rules of decentralized identity. Now, I want to move on, but this is just one more example of how the XRP Ledger is changing and how every day my investment and yours are getting better. It's time to join Brad Garlinghouse, interview that I haven't done before. When I watch an interview for the first time, I always make sure it hasn't been seen by many other people. I think I've seen most of Brad Garlinghouse's talks by now, but this one slipped my mind for some reason. This is one of Brad Garlinghouse's most interesting interviews because he is honest about the fact that 3 of the 5 biggest banks are partners with Ripple right now. You should remember that even though this talk happened in 2018, the things he said are still useful today. It's interesting that this talk happened when XRP was worth $3. I think this interesting interview gives us a sneak peek into what I think will happen once this lawsuit is over, since Ripple will be able to make these partnerships between financial institutions open to everyone again. The people who use XRP are about to go through something very special. The fact that these talks took place with Brad Garlinghouse in 2018 makes me wonder what has been going on behind the scenes. I think that the groups working with Ripple will make a number of important announcements that they haven't made public yet after this case is over. Pay attention to this. Do you not believe that this made you a fortune last year? Liz, there's no doubt that the past year has been exciting. I think XRP has mostly made money by fixing a real problem on a large scale, which makes me happy. If you look at XRP's success, I think it just shows what problem it is solving on a large scale. More specifically, the price has dropped by more than 20% in the past day, and Coinbase has said that they are not part of this yet. But there are a lot of problems going on. Some people were shocked when they looked more closely and said, wow, that's only about $3. Explain why it's going down. In particular, it's a lot cheaper than Bitcoin, which costs a huge amount of money. I think that in the last 30 days, XRP has gone up by more than 10% or 10x. What you're seeing is that, a lot of things can happen on the digital asset market at once. This is definitely true for XRP in the Bitcoin market. I think this is because these markets are still in the early stages of creating what I think will be a new type of asset. I'll go back to the beginning. XRP is a digital asset that can be used to settle payments between banks much more quickly and for less money than Bitcoin. This is what $27 trillion of money saved up around the world is for. Using XRP to solve a world payment problem is what Ripple wants to do to solve an important problem. It costs 1,000 times less too, right? But first, let's go over the day's news and activities that were connected to it. Once more, it's clear that these events are very unstable, but we're still in a good spot. Bitcoin's value reached a high point of about $19,000. You did start with some good news, though, a few days ago, which was the deal between the 3 biggest money transfer sites to use XRP for this. Could you tell me the names of these 3 money transfer companies that have worked with you on cross-border transfers? There are coin fans who have worked with financial institutions and banks, but you should be more open about who you are, because there are a lot of reports about the Americans we're working with today. We only make an announcement when they're ready. This is part of our work with those companies. For example, there were a lot of reports. The information that got out of American Express wasn't checked by us. In Think About November, we said that we were working with 3 of the 5 biggest companies in the world. However, we weren't ready for American Express to prove it. Because of this, we won't tell those buyers about those things until they're ready. Are you scared of all the screaming and shouting about Bitcoin and blockchain? A few weeks ago, we thought of Long Island IT, a company that makes drinks. The company just told us who its target is. We're changing our names. We see blockchain as a possible opportunity. And in the last 24 hours, the ticker has changed to a name linked to blockchain. The price of the coin dropped 20% today, which made many people think, wait a minute, that wasn't a real drop. Yes, change hurts credibility. And you're right, we're just starting something big. That is not good. Thanks for the question. We're making a new group called Bad Actors, because in the end, you see what I'll call bad actors out there. The things these people are doing are bad for creating long-term value and fixing long-term value and fixing long-term problems for real clients. You already know that Ripple has said it works with more than 100 users right now. After seeing some of these actions, I think they are bad for the business as a whole. We've told everyone that we work with countries. Getting to work with the Bank of England is one example. We told them about some of the work we've done with the USF and how we're still working with the task group to make payouts faster. From my point of view, the main goal in the early days of Bitcoin was to break up states and banks. Ripple has made it seem like banks and states will still be around. Let's get to work. We are working on a method that will make the flow of money around the world much smoother and easier. The talk with Brad Garlinghouse is one of my favorites because it's so interesting. Brad Garlinghouse, I found it interesting to see how much looser he was, but I don't know why. Being able to talk about things from the past, you can see that he just kind of likes the relationship. Some people think that he did this to try to make XRP more valuable. Guys, I know he made it up. Brad Garlinghouse, I know he is telling the truth. From what I hear, he is aware of what's going on. It's my opinion that people who think Brad Garlinghouse is just making things up don't know who Brad really is. Brad knows about these huge deals, but he can't tell anyone about them. I'm sure Brad knows a lot of things behind our backs that he would love to tell us, but can't. I thought this was a great example of how Brad wanted to say all this crazy stuff, but bit his tongue and said, just wait. And find out now, guys. A lot of people have said, hey, we never waited and found out, but you'll notice that this interview happened before the court case, which means they had to be very careful. Since then, they've said that whenever Ripple makes an announcement, the price of XRP goes up. Because of this, Ripple had to be careful not to make any announcements that would cause the price of XRP to go up. Guys, soon Ripple won't have to worry about that anymore. Also, I can't wait to see what happens. Guys, I want to end this video by quickly talking about the court case we just saw in Brad's whole post. I won't have time to do it, though. Just know that someone basically filed a class action.